If today you find it difficult to squat, get up from a chair, or maintain balance while standing, it's important to understand one thing from the start: this is not simply old age catching up with you. What's happening, in most cases, is the gradual loss of muscle strength that was never properly trained. This weakness doesn't show up all at once. It settles in silently, little by little. First, you start avoiding squatting because it feels uncomfortable. Then you begin using your arms or some support to stand up. And before you realize it, simple day-to-day tasks start requiring effort, caution, and even fear. The very body that once gave you freedom starts to impose limits. What many people still don't know is that this loss of strength, balance, and autonomy has a well-defined name in medicine. It's called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the progressive degeneration of muscle mass and strength, and it begins much earlier than most people think. Studies show that this process can start as early as age 40, even in people who appear healthy, active, and free from serious illnesses. Over time, if nothing is done, this loss accelerates, especially after the age of 60. And the most concerning data is the real impact this has on daily life. According to the European Working Group on Sarcopenia in older people, sarcopenia can double the risk of falls, drastically increase the loss of autonomy, and raise the risk of mortality in older adults. In other words, we're not just talking about appearance, muscles, or physical performance. We're talking about independence, safety, quality of life, and longevity. But here's the good news, and it's extremely important: this is not a final sentence. It's not a one-way road. Science is very clear on this point. Proper strength and mobility training not only slows this process down but can significantly reverse it, even in people over 60, 70, or even 80 years old. The human body responds to the right stimulus at any age. Research published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine reveals something impressive. Simple tests such as the ability to get up from the floor without support, balance on one leg, or perform squats without assistance are more reliable indicators of longevity than traditional measures like blood pressure or body mass index. In other words, the way you move says more about your future than many isolated tests. That's why today I want to introduce you to 4 exercises that have the power to transform your body from the inside out. Exercises that don't just strengthen muscles but restore confidence. That not only improve movement but also the way you live, walk, stand up, and feel safe within your own body. And best of all, you don't need a gym, expensive machines, or complicated routines. All you need is your own body, a few minutes a day, and consistency. Let's start with exercise number 1, the squat. The squat is, without exaggeration, one of the most human movements that exists. It is a natural body pattern. It's one of the first movements we learn as children and, ironically, one of the first we start to lose during adulthood. We use the squat to sit down, to get up, to pick something up off the floor, to maintain balance when we trip, or when we need to react quickly to a loss of stability. The problem is that, after years of sedentary behavior, fear of injury, or simply avoiding effort, many people stop practicing this movement. And when a movement is no longer used, the body literally erases it from its repertoire. The muscles weaken, the joints become stiffer, and the nervous system loses efficiency in coordinating the motion. The result is a body that feels older than it really is. Training the squat correctly and in a way that's adapted to your current condition is one of the most powerful strategies to restore leg strength, activate the glutes, protect the knees, strengthen the lower back, and improve balance. More than that, it's an exercise that prepares the body for real life. Each well-performed repetition is one more step toward autonomy, safety, and confidence in your own movements. And this is just the first of 4 exercises that, when practiced regularly, can help rejuvenate your body, improve functionality, and restore something many believe time has taken but in reality, has simply been lying dormant: the ability to move well, with strength and without fear. This loss of movement over the years ends up causing a series of consequences that many people already feel in their daily lives: stiffness in the knees, constant lower back pain, a sense of instability when walking, and even fear of losing balance in simple situations like turning your body quickly or stepping down a stair. The body begins to stiffen, not because it has aged, but because it stopped moving the right way. The good news is that this process can be reversed. It doesn't matter how old you are or how long you've been inactive. The human body has an extraordinary ability to adapt. And today you're going to learn how to regain that movement in a safe, gradual way right in your own home. To start, find a firm, stable chair, preferably one without wheels and not too low. The ideal height is when, upon sitting, your knees are roughly in line with your hips. Position this chair behind you, placing its back against the wall to ensure it doesn't slide during the exercise. Now stand with your feet shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed outward in a natural and comfortable position. Next, lightly rest your hands on the back of the chair or the edge of a sturdy table in front of you. This support is not for pushing off or taking the work away from your legs. It's just for safety, to provide confidence and stability as you perform the movement. This is especially important in the beginning. Now start the movement slowly. Imagine you're going to sit on the chair, but without fully sitting down. First, move your hips backward, as if you were closing a drawer with your glutes. Avoid starting the movement by bending your knees forward. The weight should be distributed across your feet, especially on the heels. Keep your chest open, spine upright, and gaze forward, avoid looking down. Lower yourself slowly and with control. If at any point you feel unsteady, use your hands lightly for balance only. When your glutes lightly touch the chair, pause for 1 second. At that moment, gently contract your core and thigh muscles. Then, rise slowly by pushing through your feet and using your leg strength, not your arms. Do everything without rushing. At first, if you can only lower yourself a little, that's perfectly fine. Depth is not the most important factor at this stage. What really matters is movement control, correct posture, and safety. With practice, your body will gain strength, coordination, and confidence, and you'll naturally be able to go lower and rise more steadily. Perform 3 to 4 sets, with 8 to 12 repetitions in each set. Rest for 45 seconds to 1 minute between sets, taking deep breaths and relaxing your body. If you're feeling more tired on a given day, do fewer reps, but maintain proper technique. Quality is always more important than quantity. As you feel more confident, you can begin to progress. A simple way is to try the movement without touching the chair, lowering yourself only until you feel tension in your legs, then returning. This variation already challenges your balance and strength more, without increasing risk. This exercise intensely activates the glutes, the muscles at the front of the thighs, the core, and the muscles responsible for posture. It improves blood circulation in the legs, strengthens the joints, reduces pain, and restores your confidence in moving. More than just an exercise, it's direct training for everyday life. If you practice this movement for just a few minutes every day, you'll notice clear changes, your legs will become firmer, your body will respond better to commands, and your balance will improve gradually and consistently. Always remember this, every well-performed squat doesn't just strengthen your muscles, it strengthens something even more valuable, your independence. Now let's move on to exercise number 2, push-ups. Push-ups are one of those exercises that many people associate only with youth, extreme strength, or intense workouts. But the truth is they go far beyond that. When properly adapted, push-ups are a powerful tool to strengthen the entire body, protect the shoulders, improve posture, and maintain the functionality of the arms and torso over the years. Push-ups start from an extremely simple and everyday action, something we all do without realizing it, pushing. Pushing a door, pushing yourself up from bed, pushing a chair closer to the table. If you can push a door today, believe me, you already have the ability to start doing push-ups. The movement is the same. What changes is simply how it's organized. There's even a very interesting scientific fact that reinforces the importance of this exercise. A study conducted by Harvard University found that men who could do more than 40 push-ups had up to a 96% lower risk of developing heart disease over the next 10 years. That number is impressive, but here's the most important point, you don't need to reach 40 push-ups. You don't need to hit any specific number. You just need to start. Now imagine the following scene. You are standing in your own home. In front of you, a wall. You take a small step back, place your hands on the wall at about chest height. Inhale calmly, engage your core, and with control, bring your body toward the wall. Your elbows bend smoothly, and your body moves forward as one solid piece, without collapsing, without rushing. Then, you push the wall with your hands, exhale, and return to the starting position. That's it. What you just did is already a push-up. It doesn't matter that you're not on the floor. It doesn't matter if the movement seems too simple. What matters is that you got your muscles working, activated your nervous system, and sent a powerful message to your body: I'm still here, I still move, I'm still capable. When this wall version starts to feel easy, your body will be asking for a new challenge. Progression happens naturally. The next step is to replace the wall with a slightly lower surface, like a sturdy table or the edge of the bed. You place your hands, lean your body slightly forward, and repeat the exact same movement pattern. Lower with control, rise with strength. The intensity increases, but the safety remains. Over time, if you notice that your strength has improved and the movement no longer feels intimidating, you can progress again. Move to the floor, support your knees on a mat, keep your arms firm and your spine aligned, and perform the push-up in a controlled way. No throwing yourself downward. No rushing. Each repetition should be intentional. At first, maybe you'll only be able to do 2 or 3. And that is absolutely okay. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that your body is relearning something that's been dormant for a long time. And if one day, almost without realizing it, you catch yourself doing full push-ups with your feet on the floor like you used to years ago, celebrate. But never forget, the most important thing isn't how hard the exercise is, it's consistency. In all of these variations, something very powerful is happening. You're not just strengthening your chest, shoulders, and arms. You're activating your core, the center of your body. This group of muscles works like a natural belt that stabilizes the spine, protects the lower back, and improves posture. And the effects show up in daily life. You feel it when getting up from the couch more easily, carrying grocery bags with less effort, and noticing that your body responds with more confidence. This is not about competing with anyone. It's not about proving anything. It's about reconnecting with your own body. About remembering that, despite the years that have passed, your strength is still there, just waiting for you to choose to use it again. One push-up a day may seem like little. But in reality, it's much more than an exercise. It's a quiet affirmation. A declaration of autonomy, vitality, and respect for your own body. This is your quiet way of telling your own body, I'm not giving up. And believe me, this internal decision, even if it seems small, is the first step toward a stronger, more stable, and more vibrant body. When you choose to move, stretch, and take care of yourself, something changes inside. Not just in your muscles, but in how you walk, GT up, and face the day. Now let's move on to exercise number 3, the piriformis stretch. There is a small, deep, and little-known muscle hidden in the hip region. Most people have never heard of it, but it can completely transform the way you walk, the way you sleep, and even how you feel when sitting for long periods. This muscle is called the piriformis. Although discrete and small, when it becomes tight or shortened, the effects can be significant and quite uncomfortable. Right below the piriformis runs the sciatic nerve, one of the longest and most sensitive nerves in the human body. When the piriformis is tight, it compresses this nerve like a clamp. This constant, often silent pressure can turn a simple walk into real suffering. You may experience burning sensations, tingling, pain running down the leg, heaviness, numbness, or that strange feeling of a weak or unstable leg. What's most complicated is that, in most cases, people don't realize the source of the problem is there. They think it's just the spine, natural wear and tear from aging, or something they simply have to accept. But that's not quite true. Studies published in the Journal of Orthopedic Science show that up to 17% of lower back pain not directly caused by the vertebrae is related to piriformis muscle tightness. In other words, treating only the spine without considering the hips might not solve the problem. That's why this exercise is so important. It doesn't require physical strength, equipment, or advanced flexibility. It only requires a bit of attention, a few minutes of your day, and the conscious decision to release tension that, in many cases, has been building up for years. To start, find a comfortable chair. Sit with your spine upright, shoulders relaxed, and feet flat on the floor. Now, cross your right ankle over your left knee. You'll notice your legs form a shape similar to the number 4. This position already begins to stimulate a deep stretch in the hip area. From there, don't force anything. Don't push, Don't strain your leg, don't hold your breath. Gently lean forward while keeping your spine straight, as if you were just bringing your chest closer to your leg. The goal isn't to go far, but to feel the stretch happening gradually and safely. You might feel slight tension, a sense of opening, or even almost immediate relief. Stay in this position, breathing slowly and deeply for 30 to 60 seconds. Inhale through your nose, filling your abdomen with air, and exhale through your mouth, releasing the air slowly. With each exhale, allow your body to relax a little more. Then switch sides and repeat the same process. If this seated position is difficult for you, there is an equally effective alternative. Lie on your back in a comfortable place. Cross your right leg over the left and bring both legs toward your chest, holding behind your thigh. The stretch will be the same, just in a different position. Choose the version that makes you feel safest and most comfortable. What you're doing here goes far beyond a simple stretch. You're restoring mobility to the hip, relieving the sciatic nerve from constant pressure, and allowing the lower back to finally relax. It's as if you're unlocking an area of the body that became stiff over time. Yes, this exercise is gentle. But don't be fooled. It's one of the most powerful ones you can incorporate into your daily routine, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting, feel stiffness while walking, or wake up with discomfort in your lower back. With regular practice, the effects become clear. Walking becomes freer, balance improves, and getting out of bed stops being a moment of discomfort. Small actions, done with awareness, have a huge impact when it comes to keeping the body functional, free, and confident over the years. You'll gradually notice that your movements start to flow again. Walking no longer feels heavy, turning your body becomes more natural, and even simple tasks begin to require less effort. That's why, if at any point you feel like you can only do one exercise a day, start with this one. Because when you restore mobility to your hips, you're not just loosening a joint, you're freeing your entire body. Now let's move on to exercise number 4, the shoulder press, also known as the military press, which can be done with dumbbells or, very practically, with water bottles. There's a part of the body that is almost always neglected until it starts to hurt, the shoulders. And that's no coincidence. The shoulders are one of the most mobile joints in the human body, capable of performing a wide range of movements, but they are also among the most fragile when not properly strengthened. It's the shoulders that allow you to raise your arms, carry groceries, reach for something on a high shelf, put on clothes, or simply maintain good posture throughout the day. Over the years, strength in this area tends to decrease silently. At first, it shows up as slight discomfort when putting on a jacket or keeping your arms raised for a while. Later, lifting a heavier bag becomes bothersome. And eventually, you may feel that constant tension in your neck and upper back that never seems to go away. This isn't just stiffness. In most cases, it's muscle weakness. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, loss of strength in the shoulder muscles, especially the deltoids and trapezius, is directly linked to the development of chronic neck pain in older adults. That's exactly why this exercise is so important. The adapted shoulder press is a simple, safe, and extremely effective way to restore strength, stability, and support to the shoulder and scapular region. And the best part is that you can do this right now, at home, without any fancy equipment. Grab 2 water bottles or, if you have them, light dumbbells. Sit on a firm chair with a backrest, or stand, as long as you can keep your spine well aligned. Posture is essential. Keep your shoulders relaxed, chest open, and core slightly engaged. Hold the bottles or dumbbells at shoulder height, with your palms facing forward. From this position, slowly raise your arms toward the ceiling in a controlled manner. Don't fully lock your elbows at the top of the movement. The goal isn't to stretch to the limit, but to maintain constant tension in the muscles. Feel your shoulders working, feel your upper back activating. Then, lower your arms slowly, controlling the movement, without letting them drop from their own weight. This control is just as important as the lift. Perform 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions, resting a few seconds between each set. Breathe calmly. Inhale as you lower your arms and exhale as you push them upward. If at any point the exercise feels too difficult with both arms at once, there's absolutely no problem in adapting it. You can do the movement alternating one arm at a time, maintaining the same focus on posture and breathing. Another option is to rest your back against a wall, which increases stability and prevents unnecessary swaying. This exercise goes far beyond strengthening the arms. It helps correct posture, reduces strain on the neck, and teaches your body to stay upright more naturally. It's as if you're relearning how to resist gravity with strength and elegance. In addition, there's an effect that many people notice almost immediately. When working the shoulders, the body releases endorphins, chemicals associated with the feeling of well-being. A bit of extra energy emerges, a different kind of drive, a small spark of motivation. It's your body sending a clear message: despite the years that have passed, it still wants to move, lift, carry, and support. It may seem like a simple movement, but in practice, it's a powerful statement: I still can. And each repetition strengthens not just your muscles, but also something essential: your confidence in your own body. So next time you lift a suitcase, pick up your grandchild, or simply reach your arms to grab something higher, your body will respond differently. It will respond with more stability, more strength, and even a sense of pride. Because you made a conscious choice, you decided to train your body, take care of it, and keep it active. Squats to strengthen the legs. Push-ups to awaken the chest and arms. The piriformis stretch to unlock the hips. And the shoulder press to restore strength and stability to the upper body. It's just 4 exercises. 4 simple movements. But their impact goes far beyond muscles. Because this isn't just about gaining strength or avoiding pain. It's about something much deeper. It's about reclaiming your independence. About moving again without fear. About trusting your body again. About knowing you can squat, stand up, carry weight, walk, and live without constantly relying on someone by your side. Every time you do a squat, you're strengthening the foundation that supports your entire body. You're training the legs that take you wherever you want to go. Each push-up, no matter how small, reinforces your ability to push, both literally and symbolically, the obstacles of daily life. Every piriformis stretch helps release your lower back from that old tension you may have accepted as normal, but never should have. And each time you do a shoulder press, you're sending a clear message to yourself: I still have strength. More than that, you're saying, I'm still in control of my body. And most importantly, this isn't just a subjective feeling. This is science. Research published by the National Institute on Aging, one of the most respected institutions in the world when it comes to aging, shows that maintaining muscle strength and functional mobility can reduce the risk of becoming dependent after age 60 by up to 40%. 40%. That means nearly half of the people who train regularly, even with simple exercises like these, can stay active, autonomous, and independent for much longer. So today, you didn't just do exercises. Today, you planted a seed, a small but powerful seed of longevity, energy, and quality of life. A daily investment that compounds over time. Because true youth isn't in the age you are, but in the ability to keep moving well despite it. It doesn't matter how old you are right now. It doesn't matter if you've been inactive for a long time. It doesn't matter if, at some point, you thought it was too late. It doesn't matter if you started today with fear, insecurity, or doubt. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these 4 exercises will you try first? The squat to strengthen your legs? The adapted push-up to wake up your chest and arms? The piriformis stretch to loosen up your hips? Or the bottle press to lift with strength again? Leave a comment, I want to hear from you. And if this content helped you, if you felt something shift inside you, not just in your muscles but in your motivation, then subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and share this video with someone who might need this message. Maybe that person is also just waiting for a sign to begin. And always remember this, because it's more important than it seems. Every repetition is an investment in your future. Every movement you make today builds a stronger version of you for tomorrow. Start today, and 10 years from now, your body will thank you. See you in the next video. And until then, keep moving.